It goes up fast early and then peaks early. Most would finish in 2025 in December. That's normally how these crypto cycles have finished. That third year would be a December, November kind of period. So could it come earlier and peter out this year? There's definitely a probability of that. What price would that be? I would say 200,000. Something like that. And that would be, okay, that's gone very far, very fast. I just look at the log chart of Bitcoin. That trend, you can extrapolate it, and somewhere around 2030, it'll be $1 million.
Real Vision CEO Raoul has just revealed some important pointers to keep in mind as we go into the halving, as well as his bullish price predictions. According to Pal, there is a huge possibility of Bitcoin rising up to $200,000 to $250,000 per coin as it undergoes a standard bull market in this cycle. Looking further into the future, he believes that Bitcoin could even surge to $1 million per coin by 2030. While Pal maintains this extremely bullish stance, he notes that the day of the halving itself won't make much of a difference in the markets. However, what will happen for sure is that the supply of Bitcoin from miners will decrease over time, causing a massive supply shock. This, combined with a rising demand generated by the Bitcoin ETFs, creates a strong imbalance between supply and demand, leading to a tremendous price surge like never before. Let us now watch Raoul as he reveals his crypto forecast after the halving.
Ever feel like you're wasting your money on things that don't really matter? Stop. You don't have time. Don't miss out on this 2025 bull run. Educate yourself now. Don't spend $12.50 on junk. Educate yourself on how to be successful in crypto using our crypto cheat guide. Unlock the secrets of crypto and make smarter investments today. Visit the website now on the link in the description for your exclusive copy. Start your journey to crypto success today.
Please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to drop your comment and observations in the comment section below. Thanks and enjoy the video.
Some days it rains, some days it's sunny, but every day it gets a bit warmer. We had a pretty decent crypto spring. I mean, Bitcoin was up 150%. Then we started, and we're in the process of transitioning to crypto summer. And crypto summer is when you start hitting all-time highs and things start going bananas. And we're very close to that now. You know, we've got to the all-time high in Bitcoin, and we've been messing around. So whether by the time this video comes out or not, it's broken out or it hasn't, we don't know. It doesn't really matter. You know, it's pretty standard to have a chop around for a bit. And then fireworks happen. And really the fireworks truly happen when altcoin season comes. And that comes in crypto summer. And we're starting to see the first signs of that. It's been meme coin season for a while now. And I think it will drag, you know, the big memes like Doge up. And before you know it, even everybody, I find it amusing, everybody is writing off Ethereum right now. And exactly the same happened in 2020. In 2020, Ethereum was underperforming Bitcoin in spring, as it always does. Then it started basing, and then by the end of the year, it just never stopped outperforming. And I think we're in a similar kind of pattern, and that's typical of altcoin season.
Let's talk about ETH. Let's talk about Solana. But this video is definitely coming out before the Bitcoin halving. So especially for new people just entered the space in the last 6 months.
I just look at the log chart of Bitcoin. That trend, you can extrapolate it, and somewhere around 2030, it'll be $1 million. That sounds as ridiculous today as it did when I first bought it at $200 and I put a price projection of $100,000. I said it's actually going to $1 million, but I'm going to discount myself for being an idiot by 90%. So it cost $200. It could go to zero at that time, certainly, because that was 2013. But my price projection's 100,000. And people said this is ridiculous. I said it's the best macro trade of all time. So the $1 million doesn't seem that preposterous. The other way I back it out is when I look at the adoption of cryptocurrency. So you use as a proxy the number of active wallets. Now, we all know that's not a perfect proxy because people have multiple wallets. But you compare that to IP addresses for the internet. Start them at both 5 million. Now, people have multiple IP addresses as well. So it's very similar. It's just directionally gives you an idea. Crypto is growing at twice the speed of the internet in terms of adoption. So it's the fastest adoption of any technology and any asset class the world has ever seen. So if we just assume that growth slows, as it did with the internet, because once you get bigger and bigger numbers, it's hard to grow at such a rate. So it goes from, let's say, 175% a year where it's been trending and goes to 43% a year, which is what the internet did from year 8 onwards. Well, crypto gets to 1 billion people by the end of next year, 1 billion active wallets, and it gets to 4 billion by 2030. Well, at 4 billion, the price will certainly be $1 million. So it kind of backs out from the adoption of the technology.
A particularly important part of this bull run that Raoul is hugely looking forward to is the beginning of altcoin season. According to the CEO, this is the period when the prices of many altcoins in the market skyrocket. For this current cycle, Pal expects top altcoins like Ethereum, Solana, and Dogecoin to outperform Bitcoin as we get deeper into the bull market. Pal advises us to pick wisely and not mess things up, as this period is a great opportunity to gain massive wealth. Let us now view more clips of Raoul as he discusses the possible outcomes of this current cycle.
There's a lovely transition that makes it easy for people to understand. Is like, crypto is the best performing asset in the world for 3 years, and then it's the worst for 1 year. That first year is known as crypto spring. Sometimes it can be a bit choppy. It could be like spring. Some days it rains, some days it's sunny, but every day it gets a bit warmer. We had a pretty decent crypto spring. I mean, Bitcoin was up 150%. Then we started, and we're in the process of transitioning to crypto summer. And crypto summer is when you start hitting all-time highs and things start going bananas. And we're very close to that now. You know, we've got to the all-time high in Bitcoin, and we've been messing around. So whether by the time this video comes out or not, it's broken out or it hasn't, we don't know. It doesn't really matter. You know, it's pretty standard to have a chop around for a bit. And then fireworks happen. And really the fireworks truly happen when altcoin season comes. And that comes in crypto summer. And we're starting to see the first signs of that. It's been meme coin season for a while now. And I think it will drag, you know, the big memes like Doge up. And before you know it, even everybody, I find it amusing, everybody is writing off Ethereum right now. And exactly the same happened in 2020. In 2020, Ethereum was underperforming Bitcoin in spring, as it always does. It typically starts when one of the other big layer ones starts hitting all-time highs as well. So now everybody's celebrating in the party, and everything starts getting recycled down the risk curve. Because now you're going, well, Bitcoin's at 70,000 or 80,000, and maybe it only gets to 150, so only going to make 100%. I mean, in normal markets, these are crazy numbers, but in crypto, it's like only 100%. It's not worth it. So you start looking for, where am I going to make 5 times or 10 times or 20 times? And that's when people go out the risk curve, and it starts getting crazy and stupid stuff happens. And people make and lose fortunes. I try and navigate it by, you know, I use this expression, don't fuck this up. And really, it's because this altcoin season really has a tendency for everybody to screw up, because they suddenly get the FOMO. They can't see straight. They want to use leverage. They want to make as much money as possible. They start going really far out the risk curve with all of their portfolio. They start custodying in stupid exchanges they should never do, or putting money into DeFi things that they should never be involved in. And before you know it, it all goes wrong. So my advice is always, look, put 90% of your assets in these core crypto. Call it free for now. The 3 biggest ones with proven network effects are Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. And think of that as a risk curve. Bitcoin the least risky, Solana more risky. It's earlier in its adoption. It should outperform, all things being equal. And then you can have 10% where you can do all the stupid shit and try and make your 100x. That will end up being your wallet of shame. You'll have a bunch of stuff that goes to zero in there that you never get rid of. But you can't do yourself damage if it's only 10%. And if you get it right, great. You're going to add, you know, another 100% onto your portfolio, but you can't mess it up by doing it. So enjoy altcoin season. Realize that it should move ETH and Solana more. So you should get some really good returns out of that. But don't overextend yourself when you go too far out the risk curve. It's difficult to know what kind of cycle we're going to be dealing with. There's a school of thought that says it's a left translated cycle, which means it goes up fast early and then peaks early. Most would finish in 2025 in December. That's normally how these crypto cycles have finished. That third year would be a December, November kind of period. So could it come earlier and peter out this year? There's definitely a probability of that. What price would that be? I would say 200,000. Something like that. And that would be, okay, that's gone very far, very fast. The most likely outcome is a standard bull market. Now, the last one we had, 2020, 2021, was actually a stunted cycle because really the final leg never happened. We had a huge final leg in 2017 and an even more enormous one in 2013. But last time around, we didn't get one, which caught everybody off surprise, including myself. So somewhere that would be, Bitcoin gets to, let's say, 200 to 250,000, peaks somewhere between the summer and the end of the year. Okay, that seems pretty reasonable. The other probability is that we have a full bubble cycle because now there's more access to it by the ETFs. There's more acceptance. There's more regulatory acceptance. It captures more mind share. There's like 110 million Coinbase wallets and only about 10 million are active right now. So that number can go up dramatically. So we can see a huge participation and a final kind of belief that this is it. That could happen. And in which case, then you could see an extension to maybe 400,000 plus in this cycle. But I would give the short cycle and the bubble cycle roughly the same probabilities. I'm probably more erring towards the bubble cycle, but let's call them both 20% probability and 60% for something normal.
What are your thoughts on Raoul Pal's bullish price predictions for Bitcoin? And how do you think the Bitcoin halving will impact the cryptocurrency market in the long term? Share your thoughts in the comments section. If you enjoyed today's video and would like to always stay up to date on cryptocurrency and global finance news, please consider liking this video, subscribing to our channel, and enabling post notifications. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll uncover more about the fascinating developments in the crypto space. Thank you for watching. For more Daily Dose Crypto news, check out these two awesome videos on your screen. Click now and we will see you on the next video.